This is a reading for you and the person that is currently on your mind. So let's start with your energy. How are you feeling about this person at this time? How are you feeling about this person? You look at them in a very sensual manner at this time. You are looking at them like they have your attention. He's very good looking, he's sexy. You think of him in that kind of way where, you know, you're kind of enthralled in his illusion to you. You might not know him, but you look at him like he could be your Prince of Cups. Like, he could definitely give you your fill of drink. He can definitely excite you, you know, in those ways, and also give you the love to back it up. It's not just about sexual behavior, it's about love. You know, the heart chakra. You know, this Prince of Cups obviously has a lot of love on the brain, let's say, but you know, the Prince of Cups is also coming from a place of love. He really wants one woman to desire, you know, and have all of his thoughts around just, you know, his desires, his wishes. He wants it all to come true in kind of one illusion, which would be one person, which would be, you know, the woman that he kind of dreams about. Anyway, you look at him that way. You're looking at him in the fashion that you like. You know, you're interested, obviously. He's looking at you in a fashion where it's interesting. We have two princes here. So it's kind of like a new connection I'm picking up on. You both have a new connection with each other. You're a little bit more in this love, you know, realm. You're thinking with your heart and body. He's kind of just thinking with his mind at this moment in time. Not to say that a prince doesn't have needs, because every prince does, but he is confused. The Prince of Swords is all up in their mind. You know, it's a double-edged sword. There's good things and bad things happening. Prince of Cups and the Emperor. So yeah, you're really like gung-ho about this guy. He's kind of like hitting all the marks for you. You want an Emperor type that is in charge of his life. He's in charge, you know, he's responsible for his life. He doesn't make excuses if something bad happens or if something happens to him. You know, he also has the smarts and the whereabouts to, you know, sit in his Emperor state. He takes responsibility for his life, and now he's looking for love, right? And you see him as this an actual man taking control of his life. You love him for this because you're impressed by the way that he, you know, is a loving, caring man, but also he sits in, you know, his throne correctly, right? Like you see him and you're just like, wow, I respect him as well as like him. I like how he moves. I like how he carries himself. I like how he treats other people. You know, he has this air to him that is, you know, very interesting. Him on the other hand, obviously he's in his head right now. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what to think. And obviously this confirms it even more with the Three of Swords. He's just all over the place. I don't think he's on the same wavelength as you at this moment in time. I think that he is all up in his head too much. You know how like sometimes if you think too much about something, it just turns into like a negativity fest. You know, or like you think yourself out of doing something that might scare you, or, you know, that's new to you, or maybe you like someone, but, you know, all of your fears kind of take over and you can't go forward in your pursuit because you literally just talked yourself out of it in your own head. There's no rhyme or reason, it's just not clear, you know. And then usually if you let your brain take over too much, you know, your brain is going to spit out all the negative thoughts that it can come up with, because it's your security. Your brain is there to make sure that you are safe. It is kind of like a security system, you know, so it's going to think of all the ways that things could go wrong just to keep you prepared, to keep you safe. So sometimes you have to, you know, think about all those things for sure, but at the same time, he's thinking so much that he's thinking himself out of action. He's making it more unclear about how he feels, or maybe he's just very unclear with you in general, you know, because he doesn't know. You know what you want, and you're tired of kind of waiting around, you know. You're tired of playing games, you're tired of immaturity, you're tired of all these like wishy-washy relationships, or just like the dating game in general, or just immature boys, or, you know, people that just haven't done, you know, the right work on themselves, you know. They don't know what they want, you know. You've gone through all that, and you're looking for a match that is kind of in this Emperor state, you know. You want love and power, in a sense, like, you know, and you see that because you've seen your fair share of situations that don't work. So you're just tired of the singles rut. You're tired of dating. You're tired of meeting people that kind of just interesting. So all these 4 cards pulled out, so I guess we'll just keep reading. So these pulled out first here. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups coming out. You're definitely not the only choice here. I'm going to put it the other way, just so they're together. Well, it doesn't matter. We have the Prince of Cups and the Queen of Cups, and then we also have the Prince of Swords and the Princess of Swords. So we have the Prince and the Princess of Swords here together. We also have the Prince of Cups and the Queen of Cups together. Five of Cups pops out along with it. And then the Three of Cups. Let's pull one more card. Get the whole feeling there. Get the whole story of what's going on between you and this person at this time. It looks like there's some interference, I'm gonna say. There's interference for sure. And, okay, well, it turns out good. We have the Wheel of Fortune and Abundance. Okay, let me see what this story here. There's too many cooks in the kitchen. This person is torn between 2 people at this time, and, you know, it's leading to just like a dead end, because usually if you can't decide easily between 2 people, usually it's neither, or it's just not the right time for either. You know, it might not be the right time for him to date anyone, but you know how these Prince of Cups are. They're just, you know, they have a lot of love to give, and they don't want to hold back ever. The Prince of Cups is looking at you you know, in this Queen of Cups fashion, obviously you might be a little bit older than him. It might be a younger man that is coming after, you know, looking at you in a way of like a possible love match. However, there's a Princess of Swords that's maybe around his age a little bit more. She's also very cut off and cold in her approach. She plays mind games, you know, which keeps him in this Prince of Swords state. He can be the Prince of Swords. He might be an air sign. Might also be a water sign. Whatever the case is, it's bringing him great sorrow because 3 swords, too many swords. and he's basically hitting a wall. You know, he's all in his head. He's confused between the Queen of Cups and the Princess of Swords. One, you know, has some benefits. You know, the other has other benefits. You know, the Princess of Swords is a younger girl. She might be very pretty, you know, more on his level of life, you know, in age-wise and experience-wise. However, she's not really coming from her heart. She's coming from work, you know, success, and, you know, obviously she's sexy, but, you know, it's basically where it stops. She's a little immature, you know, in her grand life adventure because all she really thinks about is money and success. And she plays some mind games because she's not fully aware, you know. So that keeps him in this Prince of Swords mind state of still not knowing, you know, really unsure about what to do. He wants to be like this. He's thinking of you. He's just thinking of love and like who would give him the most love. Not give him the most money, not give him the biggest house, not give him the most children. Who's gonna give him the most love, sex, compassion, intimacy, right? Emotional intimacy, physical intimacy. He wants to step into an emperor state where he can just sit back and reign, you know, and control and take over his life and really level up. He wants to get to that emperor stage, and you want to break out of this oppressive state of constantly dating, you know, these dead ends, you know, kind of like everyone's the same way, you know, blah, blah, blah. You see the potential in him, but potential doesn't get you anywhere in life. You could see the potential in anybody, and that could just keep you in a very bad state. You have to look at what's realistically happening around you. You have to realistically look at the person and see what actions they're giving you right now. Are they physically showing you that they like you? Are they physically telling you with words that they like you? Not wishy-washy, but literally just black and white, very clear, you know, statements. When someone's in, you know, the sword state, you know, the Princess of Swords and the Prince of Swords, they definitely have been playing mind games with each other. They're kind of using each other in a sense for whatever benefits they find fit. You can see that they're both like, they both have their face, you know, kind of off to the side in the same direction. They're both like giving each other the cold shoulder, but playing mind games with each other at the same time. You know, he has a lot of chains, she has some swords and rope and chains. You know, it's kind of just like, I'm sexy, but I want to play mind games with you. It's like that F-boy attitude, you know, like you just never really know for sure what's happening. You know, it brings a lot of disappointment and sorrow, obviously. So on the other scheme of things, if you break out of this shell, connect, you know, maybe this third entity kind of leaves the situation, there is a strong chance for abundance, marriage, success, babies, because the Three of Cups means celebration of a partnership, a commitment, a baby, the start of something new, a family life, celebrating, lots of drinking, dancing, you know, just basically just celebrating life, celebrating your relationship, which brings the Wheel of Fortune is everything that you need, everything that you want in time. So again, this is kind of the right connection at the wrong time. That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here. Let's just pull one oracle and see if there's anything else we need to say about this connection this time. Listen to the call. Spirit is singing sweet words of wisdom. Be still and listen. So if you don't know the answer, just wait until you do. That's what I'm getting from this connection, okay? If you don't know the answer, don't try to input your own answer. Don't try making yourself go crazy, filling in the blanks as something that you know nothing about. Sometimes it's just better to walk away, do your own thing, and then just listen for answers as they come. This man will step into his Emperor stage with you. He's, obviously, look at this. You're the Queen of Cups. The Prince of Cups is looking at you. His higher self is looking at you. He's really looking in your direction. He's not looking at this Princess of Swords. He's turned a cold shoulder to her, but at this time, he's going through a lot. I would say step away. You will know when someone is ready for you, when they just come to you and specifically tell you that, hey, this is specifically what I want to do. I don't know if it will work. I don't know if you want to agree. I don't know if you want to go out with me on a date, but I do. And here's my offer. It's just going to be like that. And when you come to the Queen of Cups, who's really in charge of her heart, her emotions, her sexuality, her love, you can't fake that, because she intuitively knows the answer anyway. You can't fake emotions with the Queen of Cups, right? So even if he's coming, in as a new love, an immature love, a Prince of Cups kind of atmosphere, he's looking at you and daydreaming of you at this time. Maybe he's thinking about marriage. He thinks you are a marriage material with this Three of Cups atmosphere. The Wheel of Fortune is really something that, it's not a bad ending. It's just like a not right now again. So what do you do with yourself when you're in a not right now commitment, or not a commitment, but a relationship? Just give it space, Gain up on your wisdom. Be still. Listen to your own thoughts. If you're unsure, then just take it as a lot of people kind of ignore their own intuition. Sometimes your intuition is telling you exactly what you need to know, and then you're just like, I don't want to know that. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to have to do that. And then you fight against it. If you just listen, the Spirit will give you the answer when it comes. You'll know when it's the right time, because there'll be a very clear, open energy between the two of you, and then you can celebrate, and glow up together. But at this time, I would say just be still and listen to your call.